So you sold your home and you're looking to upgrade to something a little bit bigger. Now, I think I might have a really good opportunity for you to do so. In the home that we're going to be touring today, it is located over in Westlake, Ohio, and it has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and comes in just over 3,500 square feet. Now, this home is a fantastic opportunity for anyone because it's situated in a quiet neighborhood and it has a ginormous pond in the backyard that you can just go hang out by, relax, and watch all the wildlife. Now, with this home being in Westlake, Ohio, you have the opportunity to get to downtown Cleveland within 20 to 25 minutes. If it's rush hour, you're probably going to be sitting there a little bit longer, but it is not a terrible commute by any means. Now, what gives you that opportunity to get there so quickly is the fast access to all the highway systems. Now, as you get closer to those highway systems, you're going to have a lot of opportunity as far as shopping goes. You're going to have Great Northern Mall and Crocker Park all within a 10-minute drive. And between those 2 locations, you're probably not going to have to leave the area too much unless you want to go explore some different suburbs of Cleveland. Now, this neighborhood is located very close to 3 golf courses and just across the street from Bradley Woods Reservation, which is just a cool little area that you can go check out. And they've got a trail that you can go hike on, along with some areas to have a picnic or a cookout if you are feeling it. Now, if you're not much of a nature person, you still have the opportunity to do a lot of different activities. We are ranked in the top 5 for nightlife, so whether you're an early bird or a night owl, you are going to have activities to do. Now, my name's Sam Oler, and I am your Cleveland area realtor. If you need help with moving to the area, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact info is down in the description. But without further ado, let's hop into this walkthrough because it is such a cool house. So here is the home that we are going to be checking out today. It's got a 3-car garage, which is super nice, and it's situated in such a nice little neighborhood that's super quiet. So I don't think you can go wrong here. But upon entering into the home, you are in your foyer with your elegant staircase that leads up to the bedrooms. Off to the right, you have a bonus room that is just going to give you an extra opportunity to add an office or whatever you want to have the ability to see off the front of the house. And off to the left, you've got your living room, which is going to also view the front. Now that leads right into the driveway, so you are going to have a full view of everything in the front of the house. And then moving over into the dining room, you have a full wall of windows on the back side. Now, these are newer windows. They were original to the house, but the house was relatively new, so it's not like they're bad or anything unless there are some blown seals, but I don't see any as we're walking through. Through the dining room, you enter into the kitchen where you've got a granite countertop, ceramic tile backsplash, and then your wood cabinets. Now, these are original to the home, and this is probably how it was designed. So it's not the most modern feeling kitchen, but it is a wonderful size. You have so much space for storage, and all of this is still in really good condition. As we start to walk through, you've got an undermount sink, which is super nice, and then you also have stainless steel appliances and then stainless steel hardware to match the appliances and bring it all together. Now, this kitchen also has a ton of opportunity for lighting, so if you just want a little bit of light, you have the opportunity for that. But if you want to completely light it up, you also are able to do that. Now, off of the kitchen, you have another little dining space and a stamped concrete back patio that is fully enclosed by mesh screen, and you also have the ability to roll down some sun visors, so when the sun is rising, if you're on your back porch, you're not getting beamed in the face with the sun rays. Now, this backyard is absolutely gorgeous as far as landscaping goes. You have a huge pond that you can just go relax and sit and watch the wildlife that comes in. A lot of the times these ponds are stocked with fish, and a lot of the times they also have turtles, and then you also have wildlife that flies in, such as geese, ducks, and cranes. Now, with these animals that come in, sometimes they can be a little annoying as far as pooping on the lawn, but that's just something you have to deal with when you have the pond in the backyard. Now, working our way back inside, everything is a hardwood floor, and you are going to have a fireplace off of this separate family room, and you've got a giant bay window that overlooks the backyard, so you still can enjoy the view from inside. Now, as we pan further through the living room, you've got your recessed lighting, and you also have a wet bar that is attached. Now, excuse the frequency of the lights. They don't do that to your eye, but it does do it while you're on video. It just has something to do with how the frame rate works. Across from the wet bar, you have a bathroom, and they did a little bit larger size vanity in there, which is nice because you can have some extra storage for that specific area. And further down that hallway, you have your laundry room where you are going to be able to put your washer dryer, have a utility sink, and then you also have a couple cabinets for some extra storage and a little workspace. Now, as we turn the corner, I was able to get those lights to stop flickering on camera, so here's a little bit better view of that wet bar. Now, as we work our way into that bonus room that we were talking about at the beginning, you've got a wood floor, and it is the original trim, same as the rest of the house. And then you have a large window that views the front door, and you've got some French doors that lead into the foyer. Before we go upstairs, we're going to run downstairs, and this basement is huge. You've got your ceramic tile on the floor, and you're not going to have any issues with that cracking or breaking unless the house shifts for whatever reason. This stuff is super durable. And you've got a cool little disco ball on the ceiling, so you could throw some cool parties down here. Now, around the staircase, you have a little workshop, and also covered in a ton of mirrors. I guess that was the theme for this house, is they just wanted a giant reflection. Now, this furnace and this hot water tank, they're both a little bit older. I'm guessing original to the house. And this house is running on 2 hot water tanks, which I don't see too often. So that's pretty interesting to see. So you're never going to have any issues with hot water. And further into this dance room, we'll call it, you have another little room that you can use for storage or an office or something along the lines of that. And then you also have another bar down here. Now, this one is looking a little bit newer, so I'm wondering if they finished it afterwards or if they just went with one specific area that was a little bit different than the style of the rest of the house. My guess is that they painted the cabinets afterwards. And off of that room, you have a sump pump and the central vacuum, along with the electrical box that pretty much runs the house. Now, as we work our way into the last little nook of the basement, it's just a open space with that same ceramic tile throughout. And if all of this space wasn't enough, you also have a full bathroom at the bottom of the stairs. Now, this makes it super easy if multiple people have to shower at the same time, because you are going to have 2 showers upstairs and then 1 downstairs. So you could have everyone going at the same time if needed. Now, as we start to work our way upstairs, we're going to take a look at the second floor. And this area is such a cool area. It has a lot of opportunity for just growth, and the school systems are wonderful. This home is absolutely huge, so you're not going to have to worry about a big family growing into it or a small family that is going to be growing. You get to just move in and essentially just live here for a long time. Now, it could use a little bit of updating, but the condition that it's in, it's all fine as is. Realistically, you won't have to lift a finger to move into this house. You can move into it how it is situated right now. Now, as we go up the stairs, take a look at all of the railing. It is really pretty as far as the designs that they chose for the woodwork, and I think it flows very nicely for the age that it was put in. Now, at the top of the stairs to the right, you've got 2 bedrooms. The first one is a decent size, kind of a strange shape. You've got that angled wall on the one side, but you have a big closet that you can have more than enough storage for all of your clothes. Working our way further down the hallway, you have another bedroom, and it looks like this one has a little bit smaller closet. However, it is a lot deeper than the other one, so you have a little bit more room for storage. And the other nice thing about this room is that it has a full bath attached to it, so you are not going to need to leave the room if you need to use the facilities in the middle of the night. And you also have the benefit of having a shower in here as well, so you're not going to have to fight for it. You have your own private shower if you are staying here as a guest, or if you are just using this room as your own living here. Now, it is outdated in here, which is no big deal. You can just epoxy the tile if you wanted to give it a quick modern feeling, but in reality, it is probably worth just redoing the bathroom for the price of this home, so that way it is up to today's standards, and then that way you also get something that is completely fresh. Now, this bathroom that is across from this bedroom has the exact same setup with the tile. However, it is just a shower pan. It is not a full tub. Now, moving into the primary bedroom, you have a ton of storage with 2 double bifolds, so that gives you over 8 feet of closet space, which is incredibly nice to have, especially if you have a lot of clothes or maybe a shoe collection of some sort. But this room overall is a really big size. You have the French doors that open up to lead you into the room, and then you also have a ensuite. Now this ensuite has been updated. You've got your porcelain tile marble floors. It is not actual marble. It is a lot more durable and easier to maintain than marble, which is super nice. And then you also have an upgraded tub and upgraded vanity and countertop. Now this bathroom that's been rehabbed kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect if you were to add some extra work into the rest of the house. You also have another sink in here. Now I think they might have been trying to sell Lowe's out of their sinks, or maybe Lowe's was running a pretty good deal, so they just decided to put all the sinks in this bathroom. But it comes in handy because you are not going to ever have to fight for a sink. Now as we work our way through the primary bedroom back into the hallway, we have one more bedroom to see, and it is also a huge size, so you are going to have more than enough space for a king size bed and even a desk if you wanted to throw that in there. And you have a double bifold door closet. Now here's a top-down view of the foyer, and you have a cool little chandelier with your tile floor, and then your staircase that has some pretty sweet curvature to it. If you made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you. It shows that you might be looking to move to the Westlake area or maybe the greater Cleveland area and you're not quite sure what city you want to end up in. If that's the case, I invite you to reach out to me. All of my contact information and my social media is down in the description below. Or if it makes it a little bit easier for you, you can feel free to call or text me here. If you find yourself down in the description checking out my social media, make sure you click that like button before you leave the page because it is going to help me out a ton. But with all of that being said, I am going to leave the video there. I'll catch you in the next one.